The overbearing influence of money in politics is the subject at this conception meeting. During the 2019 general elections, election observers noted there was widespread vote buying across the country. It is something which still worries some of those on this whole.
We seem to have so much money in politics that seem to have the power to erode our institution. Our laws are not imposed or are outrightly ignored because some people feel that they are above the law or they are highly connected politically, so they can actually ignore the law of the land.
Festus Okoye is an INEC National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee. He describes sanctions provided in the Constitution for violators of directives relating to party finances and election expenses as relatively mild. He says the sanctions must also include an increase in the fines and prison term for the leaders of defaulting parties.
Civil society groups and organizations must therefore mount and sustain advocacy for reasonable, rational, and deterrent sanctions against the leaders of political parties and the parties for violation and willful refusal to comply with the law and the Constitution related to party finances and election expenses.
Nicholas Shehu is the House Committee Chairman on Anti-Corruption and Financial Crimes. He admits corruption has led to the distortions we see in Nigeria. But he says the problem does not lie in the absence of legislation, but in enforcement.
There must be the strong will, and I think it is in this regard that we must encourage the civil society, to push for accountability, for openness, not just in the electoral processes, but in all spheres of our national life.
The 2023 general elections are over 520 days away, and the fear is that if required amendments are not made to the Electoral Act, then the practice of vote buying might just assume a more dangerous dimension by then. Segun Ojumu, Silverbird News 24.